everyone, so for today's video I am going to be doing a Q&A and this is going to be based around like DofE because I have now completed my bronze DofE, and ever since I started doing it back in September I had got so many questions about it, so I took to Twitter and I asked you to just ask me things that you would like me to talk about in a video. So I thought that that's what I should do for you guys today. I'm also in a different setup. I just thought I would like test it out. So let me know if you like it or if you prefer me back on the bed. Let me know what you prefer really. I just thought I would try something new out. But yeah, I just have a load of questions related and I'm just going to talk about my overall experience, what I did, how I found it, what you need, etc. So for those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically an award you kind of win. And you complete a physical, skill and a volunteering section, and then you also do an expedition, which is where you walk about 15 kilometers each day for a minimum of 6 hours, and you do it overnight. So yeah, for ours it was so much fun and I definitely preferred the real thing to our practice. I just preferred the walk. I will say they will scare you on your practice. We found our practice was worse, A, because you're carrying a lot more stuff because you just don't know what you need, and they usually do it in like colder months, and then B, because they want to scare you so you're like more prepared for the real thing. So for my volunteering I went and did work in my old primary school. I listened to children read and I helped them with their reading, like tidying up and stuff, and it was a lot of fun actually. Me and my friend did it and it was just really nice to go back to my primary school as well. But yeah, I just went and helped out in my primary school for my volunteering. For my skill I did photography, so each week I just took a photo, I had a theme set and then someone would mark it. And then for my physical I did netball. I was playing it at school anyway, so I decided to do that. So I did netball for 6 months and the other 2 for 3 months, as you have to do one of your 3 things for 6 months. So netball runs for about 6-7 months at our school, so it made sense. So one of the questions I was asked is, what did you find the most challenging and what was the best bit of DofE? So I think the most challenging bit for me was when we did our practice. I'd done like some of it already. I went out and tried it. But I think it's because it was the most amount of walking I'd done with such a heavy bag on my back that was just so challenging. And the first thing we did was go up a really steep hill, and on our second day the last thing we did was go up another really steep hill. So I think that was the most challenging. And then on the expedition, I think the most challenging thing was just trying to like navigate in a way, because we were in like a forest and it was just so confusing, but we got there in the end. And I think the best thing was probably when we got to the campsite. It was just so nice. Like, I did enjoy the walking aspect of it, but sometimes it's just so nice to just sit down and relax. And obviously we couldn't have a real campfire, but what we had was still good. What is the expedition like in general? So I would say it is a really good experience. You kind of we set out I think about 9 o'clock, or the first group went out at 9 o'clock. On the walk, and for us some of it was like in fields and in the forest, and some of it was like through villages, so it was a real nice like mixture, and it was also in an area that we weren't necessarily all comfortable like knowing our way around, whereas on like the practice it was an area that was quite close, so you kind of just knew where the local towns were, etc. But it was a lot of fun, and I would say on my expedition my bag was so light. I hardly brought anything with, and I'm so happy I did like not bring anything. I bought enough food, but to be honest I didn't really get hungry. I think it's because I was just tired. I wasn't really in the mood to eat. What are your top 5 tips? My first tip is definitely do bring a jumper, because although when you're walking it's super hot and you probably won't want to wear it, yeah, at night it is so cold, so do bring a jumper. I actually, because it was really warm when we did ours, but my bag started to rub my shoulders, so I actually put my like jumper on my back and had the sleeves draping down, so it was like some extra padding. My second tip is don't overpack. Bring what you need. I didn't bring any spare clothes. I kind of wish I bought another top because I was really sweaty, but I didn't bring any spare clothes. I bought the bare minimum. All the food I bought was easy to throw away. I didn't bring any fruit in the end because the last time I did it went a bit funny in my bag. Don't bring things like cheese and milk, but bring things that cook really well. I had like a bag which you literally put in hot water for 8 minutes and it was good to eat. I would say bring like pasta and porridge if you like porridge, etc. My third top tip is to kind of know where you're going. Maybe practice it beforehand. I actually went and did like the walk for the first day before my expedition, just so I knew like where I was going. And some people would say that's not as fun, but it was a lot more like relaxed, I guess. I get really stressed when I don't know where I'm going, so it's a lot easier. My fourth top tip is to get a bag that's right for you. Our school was like, get a 70-litre bag, etc. And being 5'2", like a 70-litre bag is way too big. So I got 45-litre, and trust me, I had so much room left in there. It was unbelievable. So yeah, get a bag that's right for you. Go into somewhere like Millet and ask them what size bag would you recommend for me, because for a night you don't really need very much at all. There's so much stuff on that list which you will never use anyway. Final top tip is to get a super duper light tent. I think my tent weighed like 2 kilograms. So it wasn't super duper heavy, but it was still obviously waterproof, and it was really easy to get up. If I can find it, I will leave a link below. It was from Mountain Warehouse, but it literally took like 2 minutes to put up, so it was brilliant. So the next question was, what sort of things did you bring with? So I took obviously food. You have to have 2 litres of water, so I took 2 litres of water. My advice is, if it's not hot at all and you just know you're not going to drink 2 litres, just chuck some away. Save so much weight. I also bought like a knife and fork. I just got a plastic one, so it was really easy. I did take a change of walking socks because it was really nice the next day to put fresh socks on. And then I also bought some trainer socks and some trainers to wear at the campsite. A lot of people prefer flip-flops, but I just wanted trainers, so do take a spare pair of shoes to change into at the campsite. And then obviously took a sleeping bag, a sleeping mat, and a tent, obviously. Bought some spare bootlaces just in case. I also had like a whistle because we were told just take a whistle in case of an emergency. And yeah, I didn't really take much else, I don't think. I'm just trying to remember. I took like a first aid kit, obviously, and in my wash bag I just had like a deodorant and a toothbrush and toothpaste, but that was kind of like it. I just kept to the bare minimum. So what would you rate your experience? I would definitely rate it very highly. I really did enjoy it. I think the first day I enjoyed it more just because I had more energy, and by the second day I literally just wanted to go home. I was so tired, and I think it's because when you camp you don't sleep properly. We were in a tent, and I wasn't sure half the time if it was raining, if it was windy, you know, it was just a very disturbed night's sleep. So my advice is you don't sleep properly, and I could just miss my bed. So other than that, like, it was really good. We were lost for an hour with another group, luckily, on the second day. So that we walked so much extra than what we should have done, and it was like we ended up crossing the same stream about 4 or 5 times, and it said don't cross the stream, but there was like 14 of us and we just crossed it. I would say if you're someone who loves walking or camping, or if you love things like learning new skills, doing sport, volunteering, then it definitely is for you. If you're someone who hates walking, hates nature, anything like that, then I wouldn't say it's probably for you, because you're literally going to be in the middle of nowhere on public footpaths with bugs, sheep, horses, cows. And if you can't get along with that, then it's going to be a bit of an issue. The amount of fields we walked through with horses in them, with cows, with sheep, mud even, bugs, was ridiculous. And I'm not a person who's like, oh, animals, you know, I don't mind, I get on with it. I'll just walk past them quietly, leave them to be. Just don't make eye contact, really. Just get on with it. If a bug comes near me, just flick it off. Like, it's no big deal. And yeah, that was kind of like, at first I was like, I'm not sure if it's for me. But I did enjoy it in the end, and I would have done silver, but obviously it's a lot more work, the silver. It's 3 days of walking, and our school runs at junior 11, and just year 11 I don't want to be worrying about DV. I want to be worrying about other stuff. But yeah, overall my DV was a really, really good experience, and I think I will do my silver, but just sometime in the future, obviously, because the volunteering and everything takes up a lot of time, as well as then preparing for the expedition. If you have any more questions about DV, let me know in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer them. And if you're wondering like how you can do it, most schools do offer it. Otherwise, if you go on the DV website, there should be a place where you can like look up where in your local area that does it. I will link everything down below for you. If you did enjoy this video though, please make sure to give it a massive thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Go subscribe to my vlog channel as well. I will be vlogging throughout the summer holidays, and yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!